Hello YouTube, it is me, Raina, and I am back. So I'm here to talk about the most recent episode of Critical Role. Just to put this out there, spoilers for everything in Critical Role, not only this campaign, but for past campaigns, just in case you're not caught up. And you may be asking, Raina, once again, what is Critical Role? Well, let me tell you. Critical Role is a group of voice actors, well-known voice actors, who play a tabletop game called Dungeons and Dragons. And they've been playing it on YouTube for about 8 years, and they live stream on Twitch. And that's it. And they do long form campaigns. This most recent one is their third, and it's a group of characters called the Bells Hells. And so there's a small summation of that. So I'm not going to talk about the whole entire episode, just one particular thing. Once again, spoilers, if you have not seen the episode, it's currently on YouTube. So, it happened. So, the two characters who I'm talking about are from the most recent campaign are Laudna and Imogen. So if you don't know, these two characters were introduced together when this whole entire campaign started, back in episode 1. Matt, who is the dungeon master, cleared the table with only Laura, who plays Imogen, and Marisha, who plays Laudna. And those two basically start the campaign. And from then on, it has been a roller coaster. That seems like a big understatement because the things that have happened to those two in particular have been, it's been a lot, okay? Now, like I said in my previous Critical Role video, I only joined the fandom in August of last year. But still, that was before everything went down. Laudna died, had her whole death arc. We went and met, characters from the first campaign, Vox Machina, to get her back. She came back, and then a lot of other things happened. The Apogee Solstice happened. The group, the Bells Hells, were separated. That means Imogen and Laudna were separated. It's been a lot. And even before all that happened, they had a whole breakup of, what happened with Imogen's rock and that whole thing before, Laudna died. So it's been a lot. And fans like me have been, looking at their scenes every single episode and seeing how close they were because among the group, they have been the closest. With Laudna and Imogen, before the campaign, officially starts, they've known each other for 2 years. Laudna, wandered into Imogen's hometown. People, were scared of Laudna because, of course, she's undead and, to people, she's scary or whatever. And Imogen saves her by attacking those people who are attacking Laudna. And basically she runs away with her. And for 2 years, they live in these shacks and they go from place to place until, they come to the campaign and here they are. So they've had the most, really in-depth relationship among the Bells Hells. Like I said, they had 2 years prior to this. So anyone who's saying that whatever I'm about to say happened too fast, no, it did not. So what happened this particular episode was that, finally the Bells Hells are back together. And, Laudna is angry because of the recent events and what has happened when she was with her group and how she was just out of wits and really angry, while Imogen's group, they had their trials too, but they had more of an uplifting experience. They, wanted to come back, reunite, touch bases, and Imogen asked Laudna to kiss her. And that took not only Marisha, who plays Laudna, by surprise, it took me by surprise, to where I could not even concentrate on the episode because I was too busy, running around my room being excited, and I blocked out everything after that happened. I shut down for a moment and I just went berserk, and I had to wait until the episode was over to even understand what just happened. And I'm still processing it at this moment. Now people are going to say, oh, it happened out of nowhere. Oh, no, it did not. I've obsessively probably watched their scenes from not each and every single episode, but really episodes that really concentrated on their relationship and their connectedness to each other. The many times Laudna has helped Imogen after, she had her nightmares. They always state like, oh yeah, we've been together and, we've done this and done that. Like they always talk about each other when it comes to them as people, their powers, and everything. And I want to put out there where I feel where Imogen's feelings came from and how they kind of, I think they've probably always been there, but I think when they really started coming up was after the rock incident where Imogen felt betrayed by Laudna, and Dusk/You comes in and starts kind of flirting with Laudna, and it wasn't overt until episodes later, but you kind of see the jealousy kind of bubble up in Imogen when Dusk first arrives, and then it just kind of keeps building up from there. And then, Laudna dies, come back to life, and I think through all of that trauma and everything, it's pretty obvious that Imogen is in love with Laudna, but she doesn't want to admit that yet because of basically everything that's going on in this campaign, all the villains and the moon and this and that. Like, too much was going on. And now, it seems for now, everything has kind of settled down, considering, the group was separated, now they're reunited and back together, and they have some time to kind of breathe. It seems to be a good time to reveal something like this. And I think that was a great choice from Laura, because she's the only one who knew and wanted to do this. Marisha was none the wiser. If you see her reaction, I had the same one. And it was amazing. The whole conversation they had, and, Marisha having Laudna not only accept the kiss, but then, kissed Imogen back a second time. I was taken aback by that, and have been on board with these two from the get-go. I mean, it was these two characters that got me into Critical Role in the first place with the rock incident when Imogen said you lied. Just seeing a gift set of that, I was like, ooh, okay, this looks good. And I mean, maybe that's just me or whatever, but that's what got me into even watching these campaigns, the TV show, and everything like that. And every single time you have a scene with them, especially when something really emotional happening, I'm just gripped, and I watch intently. But with this, I was too busy flailing about to even pay attention until after the episode was over. And it's amazing, and I love it, and it's just right, and I'm excited for what this relationship holds. And I just cannot wait to see how they grow as a romantic pairing. And I'm not, looking for a PDA I'm not looking for all that, because that's not who these characters are. Who they are is who they are. And that's why I've loved their relationship even before, the kiss. I've always loved them as a unit together, no matter what happened. But this is just a humongous plus. And I just love it. Now, as for me, doing a review of Critical Role of a single episode, I'm not going to do that. It's too many episodes, too much. I just want to talk about this one particular one because it's so big, and it's, not surprising, but surprising. And, it's such a humongous moment in the campaign, something that a lot of people like me have been waiting for, hoping for. And so to see it actually come to fruition, it's a great reward, and I just love that Laura Bailey just took it, and Marisha took it, and now they're going to run off with it, and I can't wait to see how this develops. So what are your thoughts on this, on Laudna and Imogen? Did you see it coming? What moment did you think Imogen, was in love with Laudna? Leave your comments down below, and bye, YouTube.